Who's somebody hot? Just anybody.
Andy.
Ryan Reynolds.
Andy Biersack.
Andy
I mean,
Biersack?
Okay,
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is not as attractive as everyone thinks he is, okay?
What? Ryan
Jason
Reynolds is a
Momoa.
good-looking man. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Ah,
He's good looking in the Deadpool mask.
Yes.
With the mask.
With the mask.
Only with the mask.
The
Breaking
mask
my
stays
heart, man.
on.
Oh, he is Deadpool.
You guys are breaking my heart.
What is up, BVB Army? Welcome back to another episode of BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. I am Nicole.
I am Ruth.
We are still in BVB month. We are halfway through, almost there. After today's episode, we have one more left. But until then, we have all these wonderful fans on, some new, some old returning. If y'all want to go around and just state your name, and as Ruth was being evil before, do you prefer bleeders or my friends? Which one?
My name is DORKA and I prefer bleeders. I'm more of a bleeders fan. I like my friends too, but bleeders on top.
I'm Krista. I definitely prefer bleeders over my friends, even though my friends is like this close.
My name is Maya, otherwise known as Stale Rocks, and honestly, I would have to pick my friends over bleeders.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Ian, and I'm going to have to give it to bleeders still. It's a tough one, but I like bleeders.
I will answer this question since I was evil too. I'm with Stell Rocks too. I prefer my friends. Maybe it's the theater side of me because growing up, come on, we saw Andy take this banana, please.
Yeah.
And so for him to finally have that razor and at last my right arm is complete again. Chills down my spine.
I can't decide, man.
It's hard to pick.
The cover is phenomenal. It's so hauntingly beautiful, but I think deep down, I probably it's gotta be bleeders. Just because I don't know. I love my friends, but bleeders, the gore, the death, all of it, love it.
That's totally fair. So in today's episode for BVB month, we're actually doing the countdown because as all the fans in the BVB Army know, the new EP Bleeders is going to be released here from Black Eyes on June 21st. Right after the makeup collection. What is going on right now?
I swear it was planned. It was planned all along.
For real. For real.
My heart, my wallet, my soul is not ready for this next coming week here.
Not ready.
It's been a good BVB month.
Been a great BVB month, but I'm just like
there's just too much happening. Also, okay, this is the mirror drop too. Like the Devil in the Merch, Devil in the Merch,
Yeah.
Devil in the Mirror merch drop too in
Oh.
June. Hello.
Oh,
That's cute.
so cool.
so big and beautiful.
That's pretty cool. That's
It's
pretty
so
nice.
gothic.
Yeah.
One of the coolest, sickest thing I think Black Bright has came out with. Minus obviously with the shirt designs too, but the mirror. The mirror.
Oh, wait, speaking of shirt designs, we are doing the countdown to bleeders. I'm just curious, is anyone wearing a bleeder shirt today?
Sadly, no.
I got it. I did it.
I mean, does it
I
count?
am
that
in
it's
my
from the liquor store?
bathrobe.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, that counts.
This is
I'm in a
Jake's
hoodie that
best.
I bought
I
last year
thought that
concert.
was Jake's
like-
vest. I was noticing. I was like,
Yep.
it's so cool.
The Jinx, nice. Yes, love it.
Cool.
And I
I
will
That's
say,
awesome.
approve of the sweater, Dorka. I have that exact same one too.
Yeah, I know. We are matching.
Ian?
Yeah, I didn't wear any BVB merch. I'm in my bathrobe and my
I know.
Attack on Titan PJs. I'm lame.
Okay, be comfy, be comfy.
I'm comfy, dude.
Well, we do have a couple of questions we all want to discuss with you when it comes to this new EP and stuff. So I guess let's hit it with the first one. You can always click the hand raise button or literally raise your hand if you want to. We can call on you and stuff. So our very first question is, what was your first impressions of this new EP, everything, the announcement that this era they are going into?
I feel like it's something we've waited for a long time, and I'm very floored with everything that's going on because I unfortunately missed out on the first lipstick that they put out a long time ago. So getting to be in this part of it with Bleeders and Krish Cosmetics is just something that 17-year-old me is like screaming on the inside.
I love your hand tattoo, by the way. I forgot to
Thank
say
you.
that last time that you were on.
Thank you. I actually have the same one on my foot.
Ow, but
Hell
cool.
yeah.
The impression of the EP, I tell you what, man, it's really cool. It's a new era, and like Krista said, it's kind of something that we've been waiting for a while. It's really cool because it gives that kind of, for me personally, my favorite tour of all time, which is in my opinion the greatest rock and roll tour of all time, the Trinity of Terror tour. Right? It brings it back. It kind of brings back that theme of wow, Motionless in White. They have their own spooky going on, right? Ice Nine Kills, and now Black Veil Brides has this whole Sweeney Todd thing going on, and I think that is so cool. And I think it kind of begs the question of, can there be a resurrection of the Trinity of Terror tour? I think that'd be pretty cool.
For me, it was basically a surprise that they do something like this. I mean, the Sweeney Todd team. It was kind of a surprise as a kind of new fan. Like, I've been here for only 6 or 7 years, and I haven't really deep down seen every Andy video, the old ones, and it was kind of a surprise. But with the Bleeders music video, they bought me for life. It's my favorite for forever.
And I have a completely different perspective here because I have only been a fan for a little over a year. So with Bleeders,
Sorry.
so with Bleeders, this has been the first like BVB song drop era everything that I've been there to witness. So, you know, I was like the day Bleeders dropped for the first time, I was like on the phone with my friend, like freaking out, clicked the video when it was like 7 seconds posted. And it's like it was just so exciting to be there to witness something for the first time because I've never really been that excited for a band to like release something new before, but Black Veil has given me that like feeling.
I can relate to that.
I love that.
I think for me personally, like as soon as I saw the Bleeders, obviously my mind went to Sweeney Todd and obviously the Johnny Depp movie and the play of Broadway. And then, of course, like I mentioned, when Andy was young, when he was doing those silly videos with his friend Chase, as he was dressed up as Sweeney Todd, and like I think there's another friend as Mrs. Lovett in too. And what was his friend's Chase? This the character Captain. Oh, Captain Cold something? I can't
Captain Cold. Yeah.
Captain
Yeah,
Cold.
Captain Cold, and just like how it was just so random how like Andy was doing the interview type scenes, dressed up as Sweeney Todd, and is like putting the shaving cream and the banana and singing Sweeney Todd. Like my mind just went back to that because I watched that religiously in high school. But I just like I mean, Leaders, hello, freaking out. The music video was amazing. I was just like, Andy is scary. Okay, he can be scary.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that, Ruth. It's like almost like for anyone that hasn't like watched those old little vlogs that Andy's done, it's almost very nostalgic in a way. It's like it's getting resurrected or something like that. But my first impressions, I mean, I was just so shocked, but like in the best way possible because to be honest, I feel like Black Veil Brides always outdoes themselves from the previous album. But I do feel that it was extremely hard to top Wretched and Divine, you know, the Story of the Wild Ones. It came out with that Legion of the Black movie. Like there was this whole underlying story with that. I know that he has a story with all of his albums, but when it came to Bleeders, I think because horror is like my kind of thing, it just I was completely in love. And the fact that Andy was able to pull off Sweeney Todd as well as he did, I thought this is absolutely brilliant. And I think they can go really far with this Bleeders era. And I like the fact that it's not just a spin-off of Sweeney Todd. It's literally it's inspiration, and Andy is taking that inspiration into his own like twisted mind of his and creating something so beautiful for all of us to enjoy. So our second question, you guys, is your thoughts and opinions of the 2 songs / music videos that they released of Bleeders and My Friends.
I feel like with these first 2 songs, obviously they're trying to build us up to everything else that's going to happen. And I have a feeling when the 21st hits, it's just everything's going to it's going to explode, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Because, I mean, I've been a fan since I was 15 years old. Obviously, that shows my age a little bit. But I will never forget the first time I ever listened to BVB. And from then to now, my perspective is ultimately changed, and I can't wait for more.
I just real quick want to say I love what you said there, because I think that's something that all Black Veil Bride fans can state. I'll never forget the first time I heard Black Veil Brides. None of us will ever forget the first time we heard them.
Facts.
For me, these 2 songs are basically, I can very much relate to what Krista said, because same, like, I never forget when I first heard them. And for me, this new era is basically a new cycle, and it's like hearing them the first time, because it's so much different, like, from the previous one. And like the Bleeders music video, I was watching it and I was like in shock. I was like, damn. As like the Phantom Tomorrow, they did the lore. It's basically, I don't know, for me it's just amazing. Also in My Friend, it's just the fact that they did it this way. Like, it's so much close but also different to the movie, like Sweeney Todd movie, because of the Andy's own ideas and stuff that he puts in, and his creativity that changes it so much, but it's so close still, and I think it's amazing in it.
With Bleeders, the thing about just it in general is that it was such an obvious turning point for the band's sound. It's like, even though to most people it probably wouldn't seem all too different, there's still like a noticeable shift where it's like, of course they've been confident with their sound before, but almost like they took that extra step into being more confident and more bold with what they're doing. And I think the music video especially really reflects that, because it's like, I was sitting watching that music video for the first time, and my jaw was just on the floor constantly. I rewatched it so many times right after it dropped. And I mean, that continued through when My Friends dropped as well. It's like I woke up and that was the first thing I did. I went and I listened to My Friends for the first time, and I heard it and everything. And what was special about My Friends is that, of course, BVB has done like softer songs in the past, like Done For You, for example, Off Wretched and Divine. But there was something about My Friends that really highlighted Andy's voice specifically in like a softer way that really brought something out that you kind of missed in the original song. So it's like there's something just about all of this together that's kind of changing what I think the future of BVB is going to look like.
Absolutely.
I can dig all that, man. I tell you what, to piggyback on all 3 of you, that song Bleeders, right? My Friends, and even the EP they put out, Temple of Love, and the single Devil, right? Those songs reminded me of why I fell in love with this band. You got to think, for me personally, Black Veil Brides was the first, like, quote unquote, alternative punk rock metal-esque band I got into ever. I was growing up, I listened to classic rock and rap because all my buddies in high school loved to, pass it around, right? And I get. But I mean, it was kind of I was shell shocked. I always remember how I first fell in love with this band, right? I was in marching band, and this kid in my trumpet section, right? He always wore a Black Veil shirt. And I'm like, you know what, man? These guys look pretty cool. I want to give it a shot, right? And Knives and Pens came on. I'll never forget it, man. It's like I can visualize it almost completely. I was in my room, sitting in bed, scrolling through my phone, and I go, okay, here it goes. And then I put on Knives and Pens, and my jaw's on the floor like, holy shit, this is pretty cool. And then it just kind of turned into this lifestyle, man. And my life's changed because of it. I mean, Black Veil Brides in many ways has changed my life in a fantastic way. And if I may go on a tangent for a second, the reason why I love this era so much, the reason why Bleeders, my friends, the reason why it's so special is because I took my mother to see a Black Veil show. And I tell you what, I've been in love with this band for 10 years. And taking my mother to go see them, having my shirt off, beating on my chest like a gorilla, and just going crazy and having my mother look at me like I'm unhinged, that was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Just the best experience. I can't describe anything like it, except somebody kept freaking farting in the mosh three different times. Oh my God. My mom and I looked at each other and gagged, and the people standing next to us were like, who the keeps farting? It's disgusting.
I don't know. Would you prefer that or like in the Cincinnati show where that girl threw up?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I do have some thoughts. So, like, obviously, I've been there from the start, from Knives and Pens before their first album came out and stuff. And all their music videos have been amazing. I mean, after a while, Coffin started to become my favorite. Then there came West End Divine with the whole short film and stuff, which combines all the beautiful music. And I'm just like, that's a whole nother field, a whole nother universe. But my friends and Bleeders completely freaked out. Okay, let's honestly, because I wanted to see the jackets that Lee from Saints of the Undead was working on so badly because I love his work so much. And so, like, I started freaking out when I finally saw those jackets. I mean, it was just masterpiece, Lee, amazingly. And then like the whole concept, like the sets that was built, the behind the scenes that we got on Instagram of the green screen, Andy actually hanging from like a cord, like a bat and stuff. And like I heard like the trap door was real and he actually put himself in there. There was no stunt double of him. That was him going through that and stuff. And I thought that was so cool. The production was amazing. Like here I am, like this is like exactly like in the movie or in the show. And then for my friends, I was just here like, okay, my friends, there's been so many performers in Broadway who have sang this song. We have the shows on Broadway. We have theatrical local theaters. We have the Tim Burton with Sweeney Todd, yes. Johnny Depp singing that song and stuff. And I like the first time I saw that the Tim Burton Sweeney Todd, I'm like fell in love with it. I was in theater in high school when it came out. Everyone was talking about it. And then I hear that, okay, here comes Black Veil Brides doing their rendition. I'm like, okay. So I'm here like watching this, my friends on YouTube of Johnny Depp singing it. I'm like, okay, there's going to be something different. Obviously, the lyrics are going to be the same, but how are Black Veil Brides going to put their own twist? And I shouldn't have guessed, honestly, because we have Jinx, the most talented, like, oh my God, composition ever, doing the violin and piano and stuff. And then Jake, too, as a music producer, like, they really kicked it out of the park with my friend. And then obviously, hello, Andy, when his beautiful haunting voice, like it's so slow and soothing, but then he gets you at the end, yowls and growls and stuff. And I love everything of the music video of my friends, the candles. It was so simple, but like it hit the point, like their main focus. And of course the ending of it where they had BVB in the middle. My man went to the Legacy because they did something similar in the Legacy music video. And I was like, I don't know if that was a reference or an Easter egg, but that's what my mind went to. And the fact that also it was exclusive on Playbill website. And I was freaking out. And like I was telling Nicole, like it's on Playbill and stuff. Like that's big. That's Broadway right there. For Broadway to partner up with Black Veil Brides. Can the other band who's done this? Like, no. This Brides are like theater kid was freaking out. So
I want to circle back to something that Stale Rock said earlier. That was well spoken and well said about how haunting and enchanting Andy's voice is, and there's almost something intimate in my friends. Think about it though. It's like he's enwrapped. He should be an actor. He should be an actor. I know he did American Satan, Average Joe, and Paradise City, but I mean, this dude needs to be in more movies, TV shows. He should put himself out there. And I mean, he might have already. I don't know. Maybe I live under a rock, so he very well could have. But I mean, yeah, he nailed it, man. And it's killer. It's dynamite.
My thoughts on this song. I'll start with my friend since that's kind of what we just ended on here. I mean, I completely agree with each and every single one of you. To first see and hear the original, and then to see and hear the cover that Black Veil Brides did, absolutely phenomenal. It is hauntingly beautiful, and what I really love is how he managed to capture it in his own way when it comes to the music video. Of course, when we all saw, the My Friends cover, before the music video even came out, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know, we all had the same thoughts, but I can almost guarantee everyone kind of went straight to the actual movie itself. Sweeney Todd, like, okay, is it going to be like a play on thing? But the fact that he was able to take that cover, but turn the video into something more and just something so different and so unique in his own way, I think that's what was just so beautiful about it. And I do agree with the acting. Wow, he should, as I told Ruth, that man needs to get a Oscar already. Hello.
Yeah.
Moving on to Bleeders, though. Okay, naturally, I love how gory it is. I can't lie. Not safe for work. Ugh, I was in love with that immediately. It was like watching a classic horror movie, to be honest. And I absolutely loved that. But I think one of the things about the Bleeders music video is it's the brooding atmosphere and the sinister undertones of exploring the themes of revenge and betrayal and the darker aspects of human nature is what really drew me to it. And I can't get over how well done it was. Bleeders blew me away. It was just something so unexpected from Black Veil Brides. And I think it was a turning point for a lot of people who weren't fans. Let's just say that.
Yeah, because like when they put out like that behind the scenes when Bleeders first came out, the interview with Andy and Jake, and that's, I mean, I know that was like one of the forefront things that Andy was talking about is revenge. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you that I did better.
And I love that too, all with success.
I think so too with the Bleeders, the song and the music video. I mean, like from the start, Andy got shit from everyone from the industry. You're never gonna make it. You're full of yourself. Blah 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 blah. And now he's just like, you know what? F you. I'm gonna clap back and stuff. And so I think that's what the murder and the gore is like. He's clapping back at all the people who gave him shit.
As he should, though. But I can't lie. I'm getting so tired of the jumping on the trending train of hating BVB. Because if the people that are now watching Bleeders are like completely blown away, they're like, what? How have I been missing this? Because you've been listening to other people who are stuck on just a Knives and Pens song.
Yep.
Bands progress, bands grow. There's an evolution there. You have to be willing to dip your toes in to something that you're unsure of to see if you're actually going to like it. I think a lot of people are low-key afraid of liking Black Veil Brides because for some reason they're embarrassed, don't know why. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
And that's completely true. Like in high school, I got teased and bullied enough for being a fangirl. Now some of my old acquaintance and classmates are like, you used to listen to Black Veil Brides? I'm like, of course. And like, yeah, I just saw their new music video. Wow, I had no idea that this was the direction they're going. Like, yeah, they've been like that forever, taking new challenges, pushing themselves. Like,
I know it. Like when I first started listening to them, I first would listen to Knives and Pens all the time, and I would literally sit in my living room with I had a little notebook laptop, and I would blast it as loud as I could. My mom would come in, turn that down. That's just noise. I said, excuse you? That's not noise. This is helping me. And however many years down the road, she calls me the other day. Hey, I just listened to their new song, and you were right. It's like, what? What?
I'm still working with my mom.
Parents love BVB, so.
Your parents love BVB?
I introduced them to, and I went to the concerts with my dad, so.
I love concert with my dad. My mom refuses to go to any.
One day, Ruth, one day.
No, I doubt it. Nicole, I really doubt it. Like,
so.
I really want to say real quick because it's super cute and I'm going to embarrass my mom here. She just makes me laugh because when I was over, she's in another room and I just hear, she's singing it totally wrong, by the way, but it's okay. I just hear, my friends. And I'm just like, I am laughing because she only knows that's the one line, my friends.
I already told my 6-year-old the next time they come around, probably not this time, but the next time I'm taking her with me.
You gotta start them young.
Yeah.
You gotta start them young, you know?
Before we left, my 6-year-old told me, hey, if you get to say hi to Andy or anything, can you tell him I love him and I hope to meet him someday? I said, sure. Sure enough, that day, he ends up getting stuck out behind the bar. I think I told you guys about that last time. So. He gets stuck out behind the bar and he comes walking out and he's walking out. He's talking to all of us. He comes stop dead right in front of me, looked down at me. I was like, oh my God. Nice. He was walking by me and I said, I have a message for you. He turns and looks at me. He says, what's the message? I said, my 6-year-old says she loves you and she hopes to meet you one day. And he just like, oh, it's like.
So our final question that we have here is thoughts on this new era of BVB and what do you think they're planning on next? Because it's Blackfield Brights. They are always one step ahead of us. And there's so many theories out there of everything that's going on.
They're scheming.
Okay, Ian, your thoughts and opinion.
Well, they have this new direction they're going in, right? And U2 is the song that they're covering. It's Sunday Bloody Sunday. Yep. And I'm stoked because my parents and I are huge fans of U2. So that's pretty cool. I guess I'm just waiting for a new album. I kind of want to see a new album drop soon.
Yeah.
That would be pretty tight. Yeah, I mean, you know where my head's at. I want Cincinnati 2.0, right? That's what I want. Cincinnati 2.0. For those of you who don't know, well, maybe you do. Me, Ruth, Nicole, Cassidy, Bellamy, and Jasmine, and Becca. I always forget because Becca's the one who came down with me. Yes. We all got to meet in Cincinnati, and it remains to be the happiest weekend of my life. Surreal moment using the bathroom at Andy's parents' house. Yeah, Cincinnati 2.0. That's where my head's at.
And it will happen, Ian. It's the golden rule. If they stop by Cincinnati, Ohio, we are all going to meet up there again.
Yeah.
I need to buy plane tickets. No, because literally I have nobody else to go to these concerts with besides my husband. And my husband, he's a little older than I am. And he loves WAF, Dio, all them. Mm-hmm. And so do I. But I need somebody my own age to go to this with, you know?
It's a different experience when you go with people that are close to your age or just fans of Blackfield Brights and you're just like the common ground. You feel so comfortable with them because the passion and love you have for them. It's like, it's crazy. It's like very surreal. That's how I felt when I met Nicole and stuff. So
my thoughts on the new era of BVB, I can't wait, is the only words that I can say is I can't wait. And what's next? I'm really hoping for like a mini Sweeney Todd-esque like Legion of the Black. That's what I want. That's what I would love. Yeah. Is something like that again. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir here.
I mean, with this new era, I mean, like, I think Nicole and I discussed it in one of the episodes. I can't remember which one on the top of my head right now, but like high school us, like for Nicole, was Set the World on Fire era. It's still Wretched and Divine era for me. I love Wretched and Divine, just that whole concept album. I mean, Lost It All, so many feels and backstory with that song. But now Bleeders and stuff, it's like the adult era. It's like, because we're freaking out about it. And like, here I am thinking like, okay, can we just get like a whole soundtrack of Sweeney Todd? Like get his wife Lilith Juliet to sing Mrs. Levitt's and stuff. Like, come on, that needs to happen, Andy. But like, I'm just here like, I just have to say Blackfield Brights always surprises me every single era they're in because like I'm here like thinking like, okay, what's the next? What are they going to do next? Because they've already done this. Like, for example, The Phantom Tomorrow, it was a whole another concept album. The comic book, just like I thought like that is so cool. They created a new concept and here us fans thinking like trying to connect the Wretched Divine with the Phantom Tomorrow, and him like, and then that was done, and then I'm like, okay, what's next? I mean, they've done this, and then here they come hitting us with Broadway and gore and scary, and I'm like, yep, okay, never second guess, never doubt Black Veil Brides. But I am curious, like, what's next? Like Ian said, a new album, and just like, where are they going to go with this new era?
As a Wretched and Divine fan for life, I can agree with everything you said. Like, Wretched and Divine is the high school them, and these Bleeders is the adult them. Like, it's basically almost the same, but it's different. Like, they have the same perspective of things, like revenge or everything, and now it's the revenge. Basically, it's like showing them, like in the high school time in the Wretched and Divine, it's like fighting. It's like fighting for them resurrection and fighting for like the respect to get, and then the Bleeders is like basically, hey, I have the that respect, so you and every one of them who said the same about me. So like, it's so revenge themed. I love it. It's so, it just so me that this EP, because I wasn't a fan when Wretched and Divine came out, because I was in first or second grade in school. So I was 7 or 8 years old. I don't know, 6 to 8 years old, something like that. And I was so obsessed with, and still with, the Legion of the Black movie, and I'm also hoping for that, like Sweeney Todd, like even if it's just a mini documentary, like a 10-minute short film for them to do, like it would be amazing. It would be when I first discovered the Legion of the Black movie, and I watched it for 10 times in a row a day, basically for 2 weeks. That would be so much of a like reconnection to this era of mine. It would be amazing, and I think BVB would do this amazing, because like how they did the Phantom Tomorrow lore with the Scarlet Crows, Fields of Bones, Crimson Sky, and Torch music videos. It would be amazing, I think. And with this Bleeders music video, it would be such an amazing start. Like, this video could be like the teaser basically to that short documentary. It would be amazing, I think. And for what's next, I don't know. It's BVB. It's basically like, I'm a BVB fan, also a Swiftie, so it's an amazing combination. Like, I never know what to expect from any artist. I can never know this, because they always 2 steps ahead of us. Like, I cannot even guess what's going on next. So I try to stay out of the theory, so I can be surprised. Because for me, being surprised by BVB is the most amazing and most exciting things ever.
Circling back to everyone talking about like, oh, this era was like my high school era for BVB. For me, it's weird because besides like Knives and Pens and In the End, which of course I had heard in passing, the first Black Veil song that I had listened to like on my own, like fully through, was Fields of Bone. So basically, in the past like year and a bit, I've been playing a mad game of catch up, trying to like learn everything about the band and like everything that I've missed. So it's like, for me in this instance, this is my like first era of BVB. This would be my high school BVB. So it's weird because I don't exactly know what to expect in the slightest. I mean, I can assume, coming with the rest of the EP, I can only assume we're going to get a music video with Sunday Bloody Sunday. And then, as much as I would like to see more of the like specifically Sweeney Todd things, I think what comes next is another album, because I do see them wanting to expand on not necessarily the
Hopefully.
like Sweeney vibe that they have, but just this overall darker theme and like darker sound, and kind of broadening that into like a new idea of what the band could turn into.
When it comes to this era, for me, I'm just in love with this era. And then to be that says a lot because Set the World on Fire has been
Your number one.
my favorite era of all time. And for Bleeders to kind of come in and just strangle the life out of Set the World on Fire, for me, like, I think it says a lot because it's something that my husband and I were discussing that we discuss all the time, but like, the way he worded it, and I'm so not going to word it the same way, but there's a lot of fans, and it could be in any fandom for artists and bands when they'll sit there and say, oh, it's not as good as like we'll just start with Black Veil Bride. It's not as good as Wretched and Divine, or it's not as good as We Stitch, or, Set the World on Fire. Like, there's a lot of just fans out there for any artist that will say, oh, they've changed, we don't like it. But in this case, like, to be a diehard fan of Set the World on Fire, diehard fan of Wretched and Divine, I mean, it's one of those things for a band to be able to grow is one of the most amazing things. And to be able to be there and see them grow is another. And I think that's what makes like this whole era really special is because every era of Black Veil Brides is a new evolution. And when it comes to Bleeders, I just think they really, really outdid themselves. And when we interviewed Andy, he did state that when they put out new things, they're not looking to see, well, what do the fans want? What can we do to make the fans happy or to give them something that we think is really gonna make them enjoy this? No, they focus completely on, well, what they like and what they want to put out.
That's
and I
what I like about them.
Exactly. That's what I appreciate about them is as important as it is for fans to like something, it is more important that the band themselves enjoy what they're doing and they enjoy what they're putting out. So that is why this era means so much to me is because I'm just so beyond proud of Black Veil Brides and everything that they have accomplished and everything that they're going to accomplish. Leading into the future and what's to come, obviously, I would love for them to take Bleeders and bring it forth to an album. Even if they don't take Bleeders into like an album, that's completely okay because just like as you stated, Maya, I want to see something darker, more haunting version of Black Veil Brides because we all know Andy's got darker instruments inside his head and I really want it to come out. But I do think that if they are to take Bleeders into a future album, I'm almost wondering if it's kind of going to push off from Sweeney Todd, still have inspiration, but instead of covers, I think it's going to become more Black Veil Brides, if that makes any sense. Not to state that the EP right now isn't Black Veil Brides, because it 100% is. It's a twist off Sweeney Todd in the Black Veil Brides way, but I think the Bleeders album would be completely different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely.
I think it would be cool if Black Veil Brides collaborated with a different genre of music and made a song for their next album.
I was gonna say, when you say, are you saying explore a whole, like, let's just say, for instance, like Black Veil Brides goes country?
Oh god,
is that what you're talking about?
That's the only reason like how I would get ever into country. I mean, Beyonce did.
if they brought on like, I'll give you an example. I'm just kind of spitballing. Taylor Swift. Right?
I like how Taylor Swift was mentioned once, and now we're like on this roll.
Chris is a Swiftie, so I can imagine them being a Swiftie.
With another genre of music, right? Like they brought in rap or hip hop or country.
No, it's perfect. Right? That's what I wanted to make sure. I want to make sure I was understanding.
It's still a Black Veil Bride song, and it's still gonna sound like it, but they're bringing in like Eminem or Snoop Dogg or somebody like that.
I would love it. Yeah,
honestly,
it would be so unhinged, but it would be amazing.
It would be amazing. It would be something new for all of us, and the two fandoms collabing, like if the Swifties and the Army came down. All right, well, we just want to thank all of you guys for coming on. I mean, I can tell, and everyone in the Army is super excited for this coming up Friday for Bleeders, the new EP to be released here after the Kurt's Cosmetic Makeup Collection. There's so many things going on right now. But we're all excited here. Blackfoot Brides always surprises us, and they're just like, you blow us away, Blackfoot Brides, and we cannot thank you guys enough for this new song and stuff, especially for BVB month. Like, it's been truly amazing. It's such a special, sweet treat. Bloody treat. But again, thank you guys for coming on and sharing your thoughts and opinions with this new EP coming out. We greatly appreciate it. If anyone in the Army is watching or listening, if you want to give them a follow, all their social media links will be down in the description below. Please go give them a follow. They are amazing fans to come on here and share their thoughts and opinions. You can find our podcast anywhere on any platform. Just type in BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. We have a Twitter/X, Instagram, and everything else. And TikTok. Yes, TikTok. Sometimes I forget what we have now.
Just no Facebook.
No Facebook. But we are super excited for Bleeders to come out here this Friday. It's going to be awesome. I know BVB Bay. BVB Day just passed and everything, but it's going to be awesome to just have this new song come into the collection of Blackfoot Brides. So, and with that, we will see you guys very soon with our very last episode for BVB month. And trust me, it's going to be a funny one.
You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it, truth be told. You do not want to. I don't even know how it's going to go, Nicole, but I'm excited for it.
It's going to be probably a chaotic mess, but you know what? That's what's going to make it interesting.
Awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, all right, guys, we will see you guys next week with a brand new episode. Goodbye.